On a steak with some broccoli and some mashed potatoes. Y'all don't understand that I've been through a lot in the past like 3 or 4 days. So this is story time, and I felt as though I'm going to be a little bit more open with YouTube and my followers and everything. So I'm doing this now. So one day I woke up, and let me start out with this. So I ended up going to work with my first job. I ended up going to my first job at around like 10 o'clock in the morning. I felt okay. I knew I was probably coming down with something. I didn't know what I was coming down with, but I definitely knew that, I wasn't feeling too good. So I was like, okay, I know this isn't the normal me, but I'm going to go ahead and go to work anyway, So I went ahead and went to work, did everything, blah, 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 my daily routine, nothing new. And after my first job, I came back home. And I took a shower, I laid down for a little bit, still not feeling like myself, but I was still able to, push on throughout my day. So when I went to my second job is when everything kind of like spiraled left or whatever. I went to work, as usual for my second job, nothing new. I got there around 6 o'clock in the afternoon, the evening, I'm sorry. And I just felt like sick, so sick that I could barely walk. Like, I just wanted to go home. Like, I just felt so emotional. I'm like, what is going on with me? Like, oh my God. Like, Like, no. Like, seriously. Like, I was crying. Like, I was like, okay. Like, I'm going through hormonal problems. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, seriously. So, I was like, okay, let me try to get something to drink. So, I got some water. I drank that. And honestly, after I drank the water, I think that's what made it worse. I felt even sicker after that. Like, I don't understand. Like, I just felt like my body was shutting down. I felt like it didn't want to take anything anymore. It didn't want me to do anything anymore. I was just totally just out of it. So my manager actually discovered that I wasn't feeling too good, and I told her, I don't mind staying, but the first people to leave, I want to be the first to leave because I'm not feeling too good. So she's like, oh, just go ahead and go home. I have to pay $12 for valet at work. So I think she wanted me to leave maybe like an hour later before I got there. I mean, an hour later from when I got there. So I was just like, no, I'm not about to pay $12 for coming to work for an hour. Like, I can't do that. So I'm going to stay the rest of this freaking day. Anywho, so she's like, oh no, put it on my tab, go. So I guess she thought like I had the flu or something. I don't know. And mind you, I know y'all can hear it in my voice. Mind you, I was coming down, with the cold. So I'm thinking, oh, that it's just the fact that maybe it is the flu. I don't know. I came home after work. The drive from work, because I work in DC, I live in Maryland, PG County, and the drive from work to home felt like I was driving from DC to Atlanta. Seriously, like, I don't know what it was, but my body was just like, no, 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 like blocking everything. Like, hell no, you better like just lay the hell down, girl. Like, seriously, get your together. I really don't feel good. I feel so sick. Oh my God. Had to leave work early and everything. Get it together! Anywho, so I got home. I decided I wanted to take a bath. Just try to relax. try to get my nerves down. Like, I just felt like I was really nervous. Like, it was just a lot going on with me. Seriously, I had a cold. I couldn't hear on my ears. My nose was stuffed up. I didn't have an appetite. And, mind you, I didn't eat. I wasn't eating. I probably ate like one meal a day. Don't you know, when you have a cold, you can't really taste nothing. You don't have an appetite. So I decided, hey, whatever. Like, it's just normal. I have a cold. So, of course, I'm not going to eat. So I was just thinking that was just a normal cold thing. So I ended up going to sleep that night. And this is when the real doggy doo-doo hits the fan. So I woke up. I'm just like, what the hell? I couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't do nothing. Like, I felt stuck. It was just crazy. Crazy. I decided that something wasn't right. I woke up. I couldn't open my eyes. I felt really, really jittery. Like, my heart was literally beating out of my chest to the point where I'm just like, okay, something isn't right here. Like, this is just not your common cold. Like, this is something totally different. Like, I'm not feeling like myself. I could barely open up my eyes. Like, usually in the morning I pop up, I'm ready to go. I'm live in effect. This time it wasn't like that. It was scary, guys. Y'all, it was so scary. I thought I was really about to die. Like, yeah, like the scariest part is the fact that I could hear my heart. I could see like my heart just beating out of my chest. And that's not a good feeling, because you're starting to think like all of this other stuff, like, okay, I'm about to die. This is about to happen. This is about to happen. This is about to happen. And that's not really what's happening, but you're telling yourself that in your head, and it's just like your body doesn't know how to handle that. So I feel like that was what was up with my body. So I got the strength to try to, text my mom. So I text my mom. I said, I was trying to text her, where you at? But I ended up texting WY. I don't know. So, I guess that had something to do with the fact that, I couldn't text. I don't know. I couldn't open my eyes. I don't know. Who the hell knows? But, she ended up calling me because I guess she knew, like, something wasn't right if I text her the wrong acronyms for my own little short language I use with her. So she calls me and she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, oh, could barely even talk. Like, literally couldn't talk. So I just start crying, like, because I'm like, yeah, I'm about to die all alone. No one's home. I'm about to just die. Like, I don't know what the heck's going on. My heart is like beating super fast. It was just like, like, out of my chest. Like, okay, I'm on my way. Because something was seriously wrong. So she gets here. No, she calls me. She's like, yeah, do you want to go to the hospital? I say yes. And mind y'all, I hate the hospital. So if I'm saying yes to going to the hospital, clearly, something is wrong with me. And she knew the same thing. And so she gets here. She gets home or whatever, and she's like, get dressed. I'm like, I can't move. Like, I tried to get up, couldn't get up, laid right back down. Like, I couldn't move. I felt like I was paralyzed. Like, it was just, everything was just like, it felt like everything was just really shutting down. Like, I felt confused. Like, it was just a lot going on. So my mom had to get me dressed. The whole nine, socks, drawers, everything, like, everything. So, when it was time for me to actually get up to get to the car, I ended up vomiting. And I wasn't vomiting anything. Like, it was mostly like stomach acid, because I didn't really eat anything. So I wasn't throwing up anything. Barely anything. I was just gagging, and a couple liquids would come out, which was stomach acid. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I know, it's nasty, gross. So I get to the hospital, and they say, what are your symptoms? I tell them everything that's going on. They run blood work, urine, you know, vitals. When they took my vitals, my heart rate was like skyrocketed all the way up to the roof. And when my blood work came back, guess what, guys? Guess what? Your girl was severely dehydrated. How, Sway? How, Sway? I don't know. But anyways, this video was not only to just tell y'all what I went through. It's basically to let you all know that being dehydrated is not fun. And it takes a long time to recover. In the hospital, they pumped me with about 4 bags of IV. Like, I lost so much fluid, like, to the point where they said I could have possibly, you know, died from dehydration. Give me popsicles and shit. All this damn liquid ass fucking... I don't want this. I want my fucking steak. Y'all give me all this dumb ass shit. And it's not fun because I'm still going through it, you know. This is, what, the 2nd day since I've been out of the hospital. So stay up on your fluids. That's all I'm going to be drinking. I'm going to be drinking water for the rest of my life. 6 bottles a day for females and 9 bottles a day for men. I think that's what it is. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to drink probably 8 in the middle just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to ever feel like that again. I realized I felt like I had an outer body experience. You don't want to go through that. And then on top of that, I got a cold, dehydrated. Having a cold and being dehydrated is probably the most 2 annoying things to have. Like, But thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to actually add a link below for information about, you know, dehydration and things that you could do to get your body hydrated. If you don't like water, I mean, I love water, don't get me wrong, but, you know, being on the go so much, stay up on your liquids and your water and stuff like that. Take your vitamins and do stuff like that. I'm not no doctor, but I can definitely tell you from experience what I went through. So I hope this helped anybody that actually, you know, went through the same thing that I went through. It wasn't fun at all. It was probably the most scariest thing I've ever been through, dealing with, you know, my body. So I shall talk to you guys whenever I see you guys. And thank you again for watching my YouTube.